I think we all agree that ever since trading came out, trading has been a headache. Like there's everyone overpricing something or the other, and it makes it so hard to the point where we can't get our favorite stands, such as one Horseman of Heaven, or Heaven's Act 4, or Dark Determination. And I see a lot of people struggling with values and demands. Some of them following a different tile list, some of them overpricing, some of them underpaying, and they keep asking me what's worth what. Is this a win or a lose? So I decided to make this video to teach you people how you can make profits out of trading. Now, I'm not saying that my ways will work. It can be helpful, it may not be helpful. If you guys have a better way, then feel free to suggest it to me in the comments. But my way, I prefer my way, and some of my people in the Discord also prefer my way, as I've shared with some friends as well. They say it's also clever and smart. I don't know how what you guys would think, but okay. But I'll just get straight to the point. Now, if you know that there were two mods who created two tile lists. One is a value list, which is a logical one, created by Paragon. This value list is based off skins which are obtainable by difficulty and rarity. Now, the other one, which most people are using, is Withered's one, which is the demand list. Now, demand list does not signify your value, it signifies what the demand of the stand is. If you don't want to know what I mean, it means that how many people wants this specific stand. That's the demand, to see how much people want this stand. It's not how much it's worth, it's about how much it's wanted mostly in the community. You'll see if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see a tile list pop up, one of them being Paragon style list and the other ones being Withered's list. Now personally for me, I think people should follow the value list which is created by Paragon. Some of them say that Withered is much better, but they don't understand the fact that Withered's list is actually a demand list, not a value list. His value list is only based off stands which are mostly wanted by the community. It's not about the value of the stands. If you want to use the value list for trading, I suggest that be much better, as you can focus on getting profits or stands which are rarer. Mainly Paragon says that you can trade based off your preferences, but people obviously follow the tile list which he created for trading purposes. So you can do whatever you want, but yeah, I think most of the people will follow Paragon's list, but also there are some who use Withered's demand list as a value list when it's not supposed to be used as a value list to begin with. Again, it's a demand list, not a value list. So I decided to give you some of the tips you can make from trading, or how you can get good with trading. I'm not saying this will work. If you have a better way of doing this, then you can do it your way, or if you know a better way and you want to share, you can share it in the comments. But yeah, let's just get straight to it. Now, as you know, there are around how much? I forgot. Wait, let's see. There's the D tire, C tire, B tire, A tire, S tire, SS tire, and SSS tire. There's around 7 tires, right? Now let's leave the SSS tire and the SS tire for a bit. These are limited skins. We don't want to go for the limited skins right now. We'll go for that later. But what we want to mainly focus are the obtainables one. Now, you just need to know one thing: the stands which are in D tire or C tire are garbage. I'm talking about Paragon's list, by the way, not Withered's list. Anything that's in C tire or D tire are completely useless. They're not going to help you for trading at all. That means it could be a Mr. President's skin or Hierophant Green skin. It depends. These skins they have no demand and no value. I mean, they have value a bit, but like not as big as compared to other stands. But again, these are useless skins which no one wants unless there's someone who actually likes it. What's wrong with you if you like it? I don't know. Okay, anyways, you just want to ignore the C tire, D tire, because they won't help you any much. Now what you want to focus on are skins that are on B tire and above. because if you get skins which are B tier, you can possibly trade them for one lucky arrow. Now, as of the recording date, which is 29th of December, lucky arrows are a good add to your trade offers. Like, people are trying to look for lucky arrows right now, so if you have lucky arrows, do not use them. You save it up as a ad in case people ask you to add. You save it up as a ad and then just give it to them when they want you to add it. Like, only use it when they want you, or use it when you have to get a trade. Lucky arrows can be a good add-on. So can, you know, Christmas items or Halloween items. I wouldn't be so sure about the cosmetics though, because ever since skin trading came out, people have been forgetting cosmetics. I don't know much about cosmetics trading, but I'm not going to do that in this series. I'll do it in another time. But for now, items can play a good help in trading, but again, I mainly suggest getting lucky arrows as an add-on. Now, a few things to note here before you even get into trading is scammers. There are a lot of scammers I encountered while I was trading up. As you can see, I'll show it in the screen right now. I have Horseman of Heaven. I took some of my friends' help, so shout to them. But I met around a total of how much? 10 or 11 scammers, probably more than that. And they kept saying the same excuses. I don't have storage. Okay, maybe some of them may not be excuses, but at the same time, some of them were desperate for me to go first, and they kept making excuses. They were mobile, they can't switch slots or anything like that, or they don't have an extra device. Okay, maybe that is true again, but again, you never know. Just don't believe anyone. That's what my point is. Just don't trust anyone. Never go first. Because if you do go first, you will have a chance of getting scammed. Because even if you keep getting rejected, never ever go first. You will get scammed. That's how the YBA community is. It's filled with scammers and people who try to ruin your hard work and stuff. I mean, there are good people, but again, I've seen a lot of scammers while I was trading for Horseman of Heaven. Now, anyways, back to the video. Now I highly recommend you trade the B tier stands for skins. Not for skins. I mean for for lucky arrows. Lucky arrows are a really good add-ons for trades. So again, you might want to save that. So when it comes to A tier, I'd say you start trading from A tier. Work your way up from A tier to S tier. Now, okay, let's take this for an example. A tier. How about Star Platinum? Yes, Star Platinum. Star Platinum's SP OVA skin. Now remember, whenever you're doing a trade, you want to look at its demand and its value. This is the one important thing as well, or else you might end up losing your value, or you might get a stand which nobody wants. Again, you got to be careful. Now let's take example of an A tier stand. SP OVA. That's an A tier stand. It's ranked as 2 or 3rd rarest in A tier. In A tier, by the way. SP OVA. Now let's do some info about SP OVA. SP OVA has a decent demand. I'm not following the tier list, by the way, of Wizards. I'm following from experience, from what players have been trading, because I've been trading for a few days, and as far as I have seen, SP OVA has a decent demand. A decent amount of people want it. But some of you may be wondering, why do people keep rejecting my evolved forms? If you don't know what I'm talking about, now take this. Imagine you have SP OVA, right? Again, now when you trade SP OVA, people are going to ask you, is it a Requiem form or is it a base form? And when you say it's Requiem form, they're going to reject it. But if you say base form, they'll probably accept it. Now you might be wondering, that doesn't make sense, Classical. Why do people do that? Now here's the thing. Base forms are considered to be much better than the evolved forms, because one, in terms of limited ones, there will be lesser amount of base. So this is in terms of limited, but SP OVA isn't limited. So even if people mainly prefer the base form, because they can start the stand, use the stand as a clean form, just play with the base form and see if they're good with it. Like if they feel like SP is much better for them rather than SPTW, then they would want an SPTW. What I'm trying to SP OVA, or the base form. What I'm trying to say is, don't get stands which are evolved at all. Just get stands which are only base. That goes for SP over, that goes for what do you say, the world, or that goes for Jaco Platinum, anything like that. Do not get the Requiem or evolved form. Again, people prefer the base form because they will have the option to Requiem it if they want, or evolve it if they want, or they may prefer the base form. Again, in terms of limiteds, base forms are rarer because most people are going to evolve it, but in other words, in terms of obtainable ones, people will again prefer the base because the base may be sometimes stronger than the Requiem form. We're talking about KC here, KC and KCR. I mean, KCR is probably better, but even then, some people prefer KC over KCR. So that's why they probably wouldn't accept KCR, but they'd rather accept KC. So you get the point. Just basically do not get any evolved form skin. Just get the base form only. That goes for SP over, Tyrant Crimson, White Snake, Jaco Platinum, or even Frostbite, or anything like that. Do not get the evolved form, only get the base form. If you give the base form, you will have a better chance of trading this and overpricing it, or yet alone getting good offers with it, or yet other sorts of things. You just basically get the base form, don't get the evolved form. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna be retarded and you're probably gonna go like, why shouldn't I get the base form? Can't I get the evolved form? If you're asking why, because one, it's going to ruin the value on limited ones, not on obtainable ones, limited ones. I'm talking about Devil's Moon or Tyrant Crimson or Ghost World or Jaco Platinum. It ruins the value, as the base forms of limited stands are lesser than the Requiem ones, as far as I feel, at least. Because again, most people would want to Requiem it or evolve it, so base ones will be lesser in terms of limited skins, not obtainable, limited. So yeah, and that too, bases are much more valuable and much more better for trading, because people have the option to evolve if they want. So if they aren't comfortable with the Requiem form, evolve form, they can just use the base form and be happy with it, or rather instead Requiem it or evolve if they want to, with their choice. Now remember, when I said that you need to look at the value and the demand of every stand when you're trading. Let's take a White Snake, right? Hulk, All-Star White Snake, right? Hulk, All-Star White Snake. What do I keep saying? Hulk. It's All-Star White Snake. You're offering SP over base for Hulk Snake. Oh no, not Hulk Snake. You're offering SP over base for All-Star White Snake. Right now, who do you think gets the win here? Now, when you look at the value, obviously White Snake is going to take the win here, because again, Paragon's list is based off rarities and difficulties. So again, White Snake's All-Star would be better in general. But in terms of demand, however, SP over beats the demand of White Snake All-Star. So you can probably guess which one's the winner. Yes, SP over is the winner, because I don't think most people would want All-Star, let alone it looks kind of garbage and stuff. So yeah, again, demands do matter, but I don't recommend you use the demand list. It's going to ruin the whole trading place. Just use demands based off your experience, not based off not based off the tile list with it created. It's full of crap. Now, when you get a specific A tier stand, or get a bunch of lucky arrows, what you want to do is you want to try to overprice it at the point where you get a better stand. Now another thing to note here is that people are mainly going to want a lesser amount of stands which are much valuable, rather than having small stands which are not so high value. What I'm trying to say is, imagine there are 5 stands which have less value, but which is also the same value in total to 2 stands which are very valuable. If you get what I'm saying, 5 stands compared to 2 stands, right? The 5 stands have low values, and when they add up, they make the 2 stands values, right? Who do you think people would prefer? The people would prefer the 2 stands. Why? Because they prefer lesser stands with more valuable. They don't want a lot of stands. They want to have space as well. So again, you might want to offer things that are which don't take up so much space. Just offer things that people would rather have. Just don't offer a lot of things which are small values. Offer like lesser amount. Okay, I'll just put it simple. I'll put it simple as possible. Less quantity, more value. That's what you want to go for. Less quantity with the same value, but not with more quality with less value. More quantity with less with the same value. You want to keep your quantity short. Like, don't offer so many stands. Just offer something equivalent to it, but which is only lesser in quantity, if you can understand what that means. Sorry if you don't understand, but you'll probably get what I mean. After you get an 8-tire stand, again you want to evolve to the next tire. You want to get the next tire stand. Now anyways, you want to trade up and overprice as much as you can. Don't overprice so much, but overprice at a point that you can get the stand, because people won't accept underpays. That's how YBA community is. You want to try to like do a little bit of an overpricing to get a better stand. So once you get the next tire stand, you want to grind again repeatedly to get a bunch of lucky arrows and all that stuff. And until you have those things, when you get lucky arrows or you have an S tire stand now, you might want to trade up again to any sort of S tire top skin, which is like World Over Heaven or Tusk Act 4 or Made in Heaven. These skins have really good demand, and they can get you a lot of things as of right now, because I feel like these skins will go down in demand after the Christmas skin event, which will end on 3rd January. But as of right now, these skins will have World of Heaven skins, Tusk Act 4 skins, which is Dark Determination, and Main Heaven skins, which is One Above All. These will have good demand and they can get you good offers. Now, when you trade up to these skins, this is where you want to overprice as much as you can. Don't overprice so much, but like you might want to try to do it at the point where people would do it. Like, don't overprice so much. Like One Above All, for an example. One Above All, yeah, this one has a decent demand. Even though it is dying in demand right now, it still has a really good demand. Its value is also good. So when I got One Above All, I was able to get Candy Corn and White Snake from this trade. Like I traded 2 One Above Alls for 2 Candy Corn snakes at a different separate trade. So you can see how much of a profit I'm getting, because I directly went from S tire to the SS tire, and that too Candy Corn is the best SS tire skin. Again, this has the good value, so that'd be a win. So just try to overprice it at the point where you can get it. So what I'm trying to say is, try to go for skins such as Lightbringer or Retro the World Over Heaven or Dark Determination or One Above All. These skins will definitely get you a lot of things. That goes for limited ones as of right now only. After the Christmas event, I feel like the demand on these skins will go down. So do it as fast as you can. Time is an important factor in this as well. And you want to trade up to any stands such as Sumo Platinum or Spirit Bomb Sword or the World Alternate Universe Over Heaven or Festive World or Nexus Crimson or Tyrant Crimson or Candy Snake. You want to trade up one of your S-tier skins like World Over Heaven or Tusk Act 4 or Made in Heaven, or one of these skins for one of the top tier SS limited skins such as Candy Corn. I'd recommend Candy Corn because it's a good ad. You'll need this for later on. I'll explain why later on, but yeah, you might want to get one of these skins. Now once you will find a trade. If you think you won't, you actually will. I mean, there will be people who will do really bad offers, but there will be someone who will offer Candy Corn or something like that for your One Above All or Lightbringer or something like that. Lightbringer is getting a lot of overprices right now, like it's getting a lot of good offers. So again, these things will get you good things, but this is only for now. At a certain amount of time, these skins will be completely useless. At a certain amount of time, probably in the next 5 months or something, I don't know. Imagine if you get Candy Corn. If you get Candy Corn, you're good. But if you get skins like Sumo Platinum or something like that, again, don't get the evolved form. Always get the base form. Base form is very important. If you get the evolved form, your value will be ruined and the demand on the skin will also go down because it's an evolved form, not the base form. So again, always get the base form, not the evolved form. Now if you got Sumo Platinum or anything near that, you might want to grind again for another limited or another shiny and then trade it up to Candy Corn. Or rather, if you got a Candy Corn from trading your One Above All or any other skin, or World of Heaven skin or something like that, that's good for you. But you still need to grind again and get some lucky arrows. Now once you grind again, you will have Candy Corn Snake with ads as well. Something like lucky arrows or another limited or another skin. Now what you want to do next is go beyond, which means that you're going to go to the next and final tier, which is the SSS tier. Now the SSS tier skins are kind of a bit hard to get, which is Festive Star Platinum, the World, the Devil's Moon, and Horseman of Heaven. Keep in mind that Jacko Platinum, which is the SS tier, Ghost World, the Tyrant Crimson, and Candy Snake, these all are really good skins for trading. They will help you definitely get the skins which are in SSS tier. So keep that in mind. Get one of the top tier SS skins, not anything below that. But if you can't get anything on the top tier of SS, then just get something like Sumo Platinum or something. Don't get anything below that. You can get Peppermint Crimson if you want, or the World Alternate Universe, but other than that, don't get anything else. It will be completely useless. Now remember, this is the part where you want to be careful of scammers. Like, there will be a lot of scammers, because this is what I have experienced. Now you want to try to avoid these scammers as much as possible. If never go first, that's all you need to know. Never go first at all costs, right? Now when you trade up, now remember, you need to overprice a bit to get these stands, because it's alright to overprice. Don't be like, hey, I'm overpricing, you should accept. No, you need to overprice in order to get these stands. Even if you overprice to get these stands, it's going to be actually a win for you, because remember, less quantity with the same value is much better than more quantity with lesser value, which is equal to with the same value as the other one, as I said, if you get what I mean, obviously. Now the next stand you want to go for is Devil's Moon. Now yes, Devil's Moon is going to be hard, but if you can actually get a good trade from this and spend a lot of time in trading, you will eventually get it. Now remember, trading can take you ages. It can take you nearly an entire day or something like that, but that's a part of trading, because trading requires patience. Now the next time you want to get is Devil's Moon Made in Heaven. Now you might be wondering, why Made in Heaven? Like, didn't you say base form was much better than the evolved form? Then yes, I did actually say it. But however, you're not going to get base form with the trade you'd be doing, unless you get unless you get lucky. In most cases, in my case, I actually traded for the evolved form. I'll get back to that later actually. So what you want to do is actually go for Devil's Moon Made in Heaven. I wouldn't recommend you go for it, but if you can't get a trade for base form, go for the evolved form. Only if you just go for the base form if you can. If you get a trade for the base form, it'll be good. But if you cannot get the base form of SSS tier, which is Devil's Moon, if you can't get the base form of it, then go for the evolved form. You had no option. Now once you get for the evolved form, you want to downgrade it again to something else that people will overprice you more than what you actually offered. Meaning, remember, only go for the evolved form if you cannot get the base form. Keep that in mind. Now once you get the evolved form, if you get the evolved form, what you want to do is downgrade it to something better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out. Yeah, it helps me out. You got a problem, XD? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.